Hi, I'm Theo. Today I want to talk about how to install one of these 3D printed eyes with movable eyelids inside of a puppet head base. So this one here in my hand is already assembled, but if you just downloaded the files and printed them, you will have several parts, and the first part I want to introduce to you is this base plate here, and that's what's actually later connected to the head base. That's the only part that will be connected to a head base directly. So this part will sit about here. Yeah, a little bit. And will be glued in. And that's where the eyelid and also the eye is connected. Just on this part. And that means you have to be very careful when gluing it in, because there is not much surface here to glue to. And well, you could call that a design flaw, but I actually deliberately chose to do that. Mostly because I have a lot of variations in my head bases, and it's not easy to build an eye mechanism that would fit all of them. So I went with the simplest approach. Let's make it so it can be adjusted to the head base. And what I do after I've assembled the eye is I use a piece of aluminum foil and push that under the eyelid, between the eyelid and the eye, and then close the eyelid and fold it over it. So I create this. Why do I do that? Because if I glue the whole assembly in, I need some space between the edge of the eye hole and the eyelid. Otherwise it would get stuck easily. So I use the aluminum foil as a spacer. That's just 3 layers of aluminum foil, nothing else. And I can now push it in and find its place. So if I glue it in exactly like it is, it will work. It will have enough space between the head base and the eyelid, and it will move without getting caught on anything. Sometimes I do have to variate the angles here a little bit, because there is not much space to fit two eyes here, and you also have to leave enough space for the puppeteer's hand, so sometimes it's better to insert it at the light slight up angle, or even rotate it to get more space in the middle. But that all depends on the individual head, and also on how you want the eyelids to look like. Do you want them to be perfectly level, or a little more sinister look? That's all controlled by changing the angle of the assembly here. But you can do it all only once. If it's glued in, it's in, and that's it. So make sure that you picked exactly the right position that you want, and when use some polymorph to connect the base of the eye to the head base. That's it for now. Bye bye.